What is going on, guys? Wanted to record this quick video to include some of the things that I would normally cover on the first few sessions, right? Here with a new team. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and have a couple of notes here that I wanted to tackle. And so let me go ahead and share my screen and quit the video there. But okay, so I'm glad to see that you guys got a login. So thank you for being so patient with that part of the process. It usually does not take that long. Obviously, we saw that it was a failed communication or failed process there at the beginning, or incomplete process, I should say. So that this video will not only include some of the tips I'm going to have for you guys, but also for potential clients that you may encounter and how you can maybe answer some preliminary questions to get your prospects' attention, perhaps a contract with the use of these wallet passes. So great. So here we go. This is your backend. I'm sure you guys got a chance to log in already. So never mind this account verification. Your account has already been verified, right? So this is the first screen that you're probably going to see. Actually, you're going to see some screen like programs, right? So new program. So here is where you give a name to your campaign, to your pass, to your all access VIP member pass. Rest assured that you can create as many programs here as you wish, right? Um, and for to get things started, we can go ahead and start like some sort of test, right? A mock-up, a program, so that you can get acquainted with some of these options, right? So I'm not going to go through every single one right now, but I'm just going to tell you that you can, for instance, feel free to start building a mock-up pass so you get acquainted with some of the dynamics, some of the mechanics that we have, and some of the options. So here, for instance, I'm going to create a mock-up, for instance, it's going to say test pass, whatever, right? Description you can leave blank because it's a test, right? And this is for internal purposes only. Country, obviously, self-explanatory, language, etc. This is an icon that you're going to use that's going to be on PNG format and square, but also it has some dimensions I will share with you, more specifics. And that's when people are in the process of downloading your pass, they're going to see a quick logo of your event, of your studio, whatever it is. That's where that image is going to be uploaded. Your pass type ID, obviously you have a new pass type ID. Let me cover that in a second. Pass type ID. I'll go back here in a second. Don't worry too much about this. We're going to cover that, when we are able to meet personally or on video, and we can have some chit chat and some back and forth conversations, because that's going to determine which of these options we're going to use. It's probably going to be probably going to be custom, right? Because we're going to need some custom functions in our software, right? It's not going to be stamp card because that's mostly for other type of niches and other use cases. So it'll be custom. Don't worry too much about this. You can leave it blank. Again, this is a test pass that I'm just going through right now. Pass scanned. You can leave this also 0 because we're not going to use reward points. So this is mostly for the rewards use cases. So I'm not sure that's going to be the case here. You can leave it blank. We can go back to change it any given time, or create a new pass or new program. So don't worry about customer referral. We probably activate this somewhere down the road, right? Probably not for launch, but somewhere to sustain that shareability, that gamification, that participation in an organic manner. We're going to probably turn this on at some point down the road, whereas you can incentivize the shareability of existing members by providing an offer point, something of value when a pass is shared and then someone else participates. Here, it's self-explanatory. The legalities, right? This is what Apple wants from us in every single time we create a new program, right? Terms and conditions, obviously there are rules to participating in a contest, in a some sort of membership program. So those terms and conditions will go here. Maybe even a link to the actual privacy policy, right? So keep in mind that that's going to come into play really soon. The privacy policy. I believe I shared a sample of one that we created in the past for a different company. Don't worry too much about this pass verifier, guys. This is pass verify is going to be, if you want to validate the credentials of people coming into an event, of course, we need to scan their pass. So pass verifier will be the scanning dash redemption process, right? So I believe we saw that functionality in a previous Zoom. In fact, I'm going to include the link to that training that we did last week in our archives. So moving along, this is irrelevant here. We probably will use this, we probably won't. And a lot of these options will be determined when we speak with the team again. And I'll go more in depth. Right now, this is a walkthrough, right? We're probably not going to need this unless we do something more involved with your Instagram channel, right? ManyChat is, I'm not sure you see this right now, but well, I'm wearing a ManyChat shirt. I'm a ManyChat educator, and that is a software platform that we use to automate a lot of our processes, a lot of our chat between the brands that we work with and their clients, their prospects. I'm going to need, guys, a pixel. Let me just write this down. I'm going to need, when you get a chance, on your your Facebook dashboard, where you have your Instagram or your Meta, it's called now the Meta Business Suite, to create a custom conversion pixel. And once you do that, or if you don't know how to, we'll review that and we'll do it together, or I'll send you another video on how to create a custom pixel. That's for data tracking and reporting. We're going to include that right there. That's it for now as far as this specific screen right here, the test pass. And I'm not going to complete this because I don't want to clog up your your account or your programs here. But we can do that, or you guys can feel free to create one as a mock-up so you can go through the dynamics. Once you do that, guys, I'm gonna have to actually, no, I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna just log out of your account real quick, and I'm gonna show you my backend or one of my accounts here so that I keep it organized and I don't. Oops. I meant to get into the other account, log out. Yeah. Once you create that, initial program, you're going to be, let's see, let's go back and I'm going to just go back to one of the samples I created for you guys. So once you create a program, you're going to go to program, and what you'll see is a screen like this. It's going to be have a generic pass, and the logo that you used, in the previous screen where I showed you. Let's not worry too much about this column right here. Let's stay right here because this is where you guys are probably going to spend some time now in the next couple of days getting acquainted with these dynamics and with the design of your pass, right? If you want me involved, I'll be glad to. But I think that you can start customizing that test pass by clicking right here on this button. This test pass that you guys are going to create is fully not only functional, but you can customize it. Basically, you have your basic, color charts here where you can change the background color of that pass, different colors, etc. Right? So that's the background of the pass. You have another option here, which is your foreground color, which is this is your font, right? This is your, those letters that are the variants where we're going to fill in the names of the pass holders, etc. Right? So, feel free to, play around with it, see what goes with your brand, what colors, etc. And have, maybe a variation, right? I think it's cool to see variations of a potential pass. So have that, maybe take a screenshot or take also, your RGB codes here. What are they going to be, right? This is your brand that you're going to, this pass is an extension to your brand, right? So feel free to do that. Your logo, obviously, this is where your logo would go, right? Your logo. Let me just delete that one and just upload something generic. PNG works best because of the background. Pick something cool. Because of the background of that pass, you want to have a transparency. PNG works great. Slow, won't take too long, but okay, let's just say some dialog flow, which is one of the AI components of what we do. Obviously, we're not going to use that, but that's what it would look like, right? So anyway, the strip. Guys, I know that I asked you for a strip in some dimensions on the first onboarding email. And what you sent me was a strip, right dimensions, but it's a transparency of your logo, right? So what I'm going to need to resend me is this potential image, right? What was that image going to look like? Obviously, this is, from your website, something I grabbed real quick. But if you trash it first, you got to put it in the trash first and then upload something like, I don't know, for instance, this guy right here. Then you'll be able to, mess around with it and see what image that's going to be and how is it going to match with the background color, right? So, there's some things we can do there, in order to make it pop, in color. I want to show you some. I don't think I have this here, but I want to show you some of the things that or some of the passes that I've created in the past to give you some ideas on how your pass may look like, right? So don't worry about the templates. This software comes with some pre-designed templates, but I know you guys are creators and you are able to create your own good-looking pass. So these are some of the passes that are created in the past. As you can see, I wanted to show you something that we are able to do is really kind of cool, I think, which is something like this, where you have an image and then you copy exactly the color of the background of that image and you put it as your background of your pass. So it looks, like has this effect, right? Anyway, I don't want it to stuck here on the design phase, but go ahead, feel free to, take your software now to the next level, or your design, I should say, to the next level, and start creating your pass, right? Going back to customizing. Here, you're also going to have some options in the back of the pass. Here's the front, here's how you flip it. And Androids are, or in this program, you flip it like here. And here you'll have in the back some generic information for the pass holder, but you're also going to be able to create some custom fields here. For instance, if I want to have uh, uh, a field that's labeled flash sale, something like that, and then I have my link here. I don't know, something like that. Then you can label your new field, give a value to that new label, and go here to this tab and click and drop it here. Basically, you'll have a new custom field where you can drag down, or you can put it all the way up if you feel like that's one of the most important links that you need to showcase in the back of that pass, right? And then make sure you save. I usually save twice to safeguard my work. I'm gonna do that again here to illustrate what I just said, right? And now your pass, or your mock-up, your test pass, is taking some personality, right? It's coming along, and this is a barcode that we can change it. We can give it different payloads and different functionality. We can take this scan to basically anywhere when people scan that, right? Or we can disable it completely, right? So it'll be a plain black background, right? I think we will need this to validate, people's entrance at the club, at the event, at the backstage, whatever that is, right? I'm gonna say that's it again. So you have that functionality as far as design, right? We're not going to worry about stamps creator. We're not going to use that, I don't think, in this for this project at all. Locations we will be using though. So this is really cool. I want you also to be testing this, right? And to get acquainted with this. Here's where you put any location. I'm not sure you guys are on Google Maps, but let's just say San Diego Airport. I don't know. I gotta go see you guys in San Diego one day to get familiar with the city. But airport terminal San Diego, I don't know. That has to have some sort of physical address, right? So here's where you can play around and pick up to five locations anywhere in the world, where you pick the location and you say, you know what, when people have my pass in their device and they arrive at the airport terminal road on San Diego, California, USA, you can have an automated push notification where you're like, hey, welcome to Wapper, welcome to San Diego. I don't know, whatever you guys want to be. Welcome to my city. Welcome to whatever it is in safe text, right? Um, you can have whatever location around the US or around the world. Let me just say, I don't know. How cool this is. Tokyo, Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo Asian Kitchen. I don't know. This is like my city. Tokyo, Japan. So when people, well, this is not an address per se, but when you put a physical address, let's pick my previous home in here in Jacksonville, is where I used to live. When people arrive at that location or nearby, you're gonna say something. When people arrive and they have your pass downloaded in their device, I don't know, something or the other, we're gonna make that money. I don't know, safe text. So when people arrive here, they're gonna get a notification. People arrive here at the hotel, whatever it is. So I want you to play around with that and put it to the test, right? Get excited, get your guap runs test pass out there. Remember, this is you're gonna get some people excited, and the best way to get them excited about oops, the best way you can get them excited about this this mobile wallet element is to get them to download the device or the pass, although it could be a test pass into their device so that you can showcase and get them excited and get some good contracts, you know, moving forward. Let me go back to my share screen, go back here. Okay, great. So those are some things you can start doing. And let's just say that you have a mock-up pass, right? Boom, you have something already created. I'm going to say it again, make sure. And let's go back to now okay, this is what I wanted to, no, not here. I wanted to go back to the dashboard, right? Each program you're going to create, you're going to have a dashboard. Actually, and so here is where if you scan this QR code, right? You can do it right now. You're going to get a landing page, which is the same as this link right here. So this QR code is the same thing as this click right here. I'm going to go and I'm going to show you what's going to happen, right? So when you share that QR code or that link, it's going to be, your basic landing page, right? Let me actually just share my mobile. Let me actually just share my mobile screen, and I'm going to be sharing this phone via cable. Boom, boom. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan this code. Okay, so I think I'm sharing my screen, right? Yes. So my mobile. I'm gonna go ahead and scan this. Click on it. So this is what your viewer is going to be looking at, right? So I'm gonna leave last name just for demonstration purposes. I'm gonna leave the email and the phone number blank just for demonstration purposes. Join recording studio pass. Of course, this is a test. And you see in the bottom the dialog flow logo there. So this is basically what people are going to receive, right? Verified, Danny D for perks, right? And then add the top on the top right-hand corner, add, right? Add. And this is where your pass is going to be saved, hosted, right? I mean, you guys went through these motions already, right? So this is obviously on my wallet app on my iPhone, where I have some information, here's some bank cards, but I also have the dialog flow, the WAP runs test pass, right? Front and back. Pass details, that's the back of it, right? We created flash sale, DM digital. We created some custom fields there. So and then what I'm going to do here is like customers. And I'm going to, obviously you're not looking at my screen here on my desktop, but I'm going to send myself a push notification. So send it. We're about to see this in a second. Push that up 74,000 either. There it goes. So that push notification is going to come from your pass type ID, right? Which in this case is either class, studios, or we can edit it if you wanted to say guap runs wallet or whatever it is. We can change that as well. I'm moving along real quick here because I don't want this to be too long. I'm going to invite you also to my Guru software. Okay, let me stop this share and actually share my desktop here. So this is my Guru software. This is where we're going to start to really strategize how we're going to be launching the utilization of this pass. Obviously, this is for a different launch, but I want to share something like, oh, I need to reload again. And this is something that we can do together. And in my mind and in my own draft, I'm going to be creating some of these structures, some of these mind maps, if you will, so that when we launch, we are on the same page. We're top of mind. We're not just winging shit, right? We're not just seeing what sticks. I'm going to share some things that have worked in the past, some of the things that we probably should stay away from. But this is another addition to what the consulting that you're paying for will be included, right? So this is something for a solar company, and we do different launches where the mobile wallet element is included, and obviously there are CRMs that I need to know how to plug to our device, to our software, right? I need to know a few things and explore. And sort of like when a mechanic wants to install a supercharger in an engine, I need to know which hoses to leave, available in order to, I don't know much about mechanics when it comes to cars, but I can imagine a mechanic, starts to think and to adapt, the hoses to the right uh, gauge, right? To synchronize it and calibrate it so you get the right RPMs, right? And that sort of thing. Took a little bit of, with my mechanics comparison. But in essence, this is what I'm going to be creating the next couple of days with you guys before launch, right? As we create this cool looking pass, I'm going to be creating with you guys also, the launch strategy, right? So Giru is the app that I use for this. It's really cool. It's lifetime. I think it's like $50, $59 for it. You don't need to buy it, and I'm not an affiliate for it, but this is what I use. I'm also going to be sharing with you guys a let's see if I have it here, workspaces. I'm going to be creating uh, a board for the launch, just like when we did the Natural Slim program or the Chatlock Summit. Actually, this is an event that I'm really proud of, that I was part of. And here's where we're going to be defining software stack strategy, right? Giro map again. This came in handy for this launch. The channels where we're going to be promoting it, right? The collaborations, whatever is custom for you guys. We're going to be testing stuff, and we're going to have some compliance checkpoints, some functionality checkpoints, right? Etc. So this launch is going to require, right, as I mentioned, some attention to detail and some testing. We're going to do 80-20, where 80% of the things that I recommend are proven, and maybe 20% are new things that we're going to be trying. Okay, so I'm going to create this for you guys together as we move along, right? Let's think about a potential date when we're going to be launching for this, quote unquote event or community outreach. Who the collaborators or potential collaborators would be, how these conversations are going, right? I don't know if you use Trello, but I like this. Is simple yet is robust. Let's keep in mind that the pass type ID, going back here, your pass type ID has an expiration date. I'm going to bring up mine, but your pass type ID has an expiration date, and let's see what mine's will be, where you can find yours. I have two pass type IDs. Oh, this one got it renewed, pretty cool. I have two pass type IDs, and one, they have different expiration dates. Please put these expiration dates on your calendar so that you get reminded maybe a few days earlier, so we can renew it. We don't want these pass type IDs to expire without us knowing, right? We can create another one though, but then the work on the previous one will be lost. Anatomy of a launch, you share that with you. Trello checkpoints. Apple developer program, right? So you guys probably like, oh gosh, it took so long to get Robin on the ball to create this pass type ID. Again, thank you for your patience. It should not take that long, especially moving forward. Now that we know that it's a process that we know when it's completed, and we know that we have a reliable team behind us. One of the things that you guys can do and explore is to become part of the Apple developer program. Now, you don't have to be developers, and you probably need to do some studying though to pass some tests, to get some credentials. But your pass or your Apple developer program, and there's some dues to be paid every month. So I pay my dues not every month, I'm sorry, every year, to have your account in good standing, so that you can then create your own pass type IDs, right? So you don't have to wait for me. So you don't have to wait for Robin. Again, this is something that we can do on the background, but also I promise that I don't want to make you dependent on anybody, not on me, not on Robin. Sometimes we are dependent on some technical things to be resolved, but as far as the front end of this, I don't want you to be dependent or feel dependent on any of the things we do. But I'm here in your corner. Just wanted to share this quick video with you guys. I do hope that my audio came through because the other day I was recording without audio. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload this on my YouTube channel and send you this link as soon as possible. Talk to you guys later. Let's definitely schedule a Zoom where we are conversating in person via technology. If possible, guys, I know you guys have pre-scheduled something for Saturday, but let's see if we can get something before Saturday. Let's use that calendar link provided, and I'll catch you in the next video.